The Galactic War had raged for decades, leaving entire star systems in ruins and countless lives shattered. I was one of the few survivors of my colony, a lone soldier stranded on a desolate planet after a brutal battle. My name is Captain Elias Grant, and I had given up hope of ever seeing another living soul until she appeared. The planet was a barren wasteland, its surface scarred by the remnants of war. I had been surviving on rations and sheer willpower, my only companions the ghosts of my fallen comrades. Each day blurred into the next, a monotonous cycle of survival and despair. But one evening, as I sat by the flickering light of a dying fire, I saw something that made my heart race, a figure approaching in the distance. At first, I thought it was a mirage, a trick of my exhausted mind. But as the figure drew closer, I realized it was real, a tall, slender woman with shimmering silver skin and luminous eyes. She was unlike anything I had ever seen. Who are you?" I asked, my voice hoarse from disuse. The woman tilted her head, her expression unreadable. "I am Lyra of the Stellar Accord. I have been searching for survivors." Lyra's arrival was a lifeline I hadn't dared to hope for. She told me that the Stellar Accord, a coalition of peaceful species, had been working to rescue survivors of the war. But as we talked, I realized there was more to her story. "Why are you here alone?" I asked. "Surely the Accord has teams for this kind of mission." Lyra's eyes darkened, her voice tinged with sadness. "I was separated from my team during an attack. I have been searching for them, but I fear they are lost." Her words struck a chord in me. We were both alone, survivors of a war that had taken everything from us. Over the next few days, Lyra and I worked together to survive. She shared her knowledge of the planet's terrain, while I taught her how to repair the damaged equipment we scavenged. Despite our differences, we made a good team. But as we grew closer, I began to notice something strange. Lyra's abilities were extraordinary. She could heal wounds with a touch, manipulate energy with her mind, and move with a speed and grace that defied logic. "What are you, Lyra?" I asked one evening, unable to contain my curiosity any longer. She hesitated, her luminous eyes filled with conflict. "I am not like the others of the Stellar Accord. I am something more, something ancient." Lyra explained that she was a celestial, a being born from the energy of the stars themselves. The Celestials had once guided the galaxy, but they had retreated after the rise of the warring species. Lyra had chosen to return, hoping to bring peace to a fractured galaxy. "But why reveal yourself to me?" I asked, my voice filled with awe. Lyra smiled, her expression softening. "Because you're different, Elias. You have not let the war consume you. You still have hope." Her words touched something deep within me, a spark of hope I had thought long extinguished. Our bond grew stronger with each passing day. Lyra's presence brought light to the darkness that had consumed my life, and I found myself drawn to her in ways I couldn't explain. But our peace was short-lived. One night, as we prepared to leave the planet, we were ambushed by a group of mercenaries. They had been tracking Lyra, hoping to capture her and exploit her powers. The battle was fierce, but Lyra and I fought side by side, our connection giving us strength. When the dust settled, the mercenaries were defeated, but Lyra was badly injured. As I knelt beside her, my heart racing with fear, Lyra reached up and touched my face. "Do not be afraid, Elias," she whispered. "This is not the end." Before I could respond, Lyra's body began to glow, her form dissolving into pure energy. The light enveloped me, filling me with warmth and strength. When the light faded, Lyra was gone, but I felt her presence within me, a quiet reassurance that I was not alone. With Lyra's guidance, I left the planet and rejoined the remnants of the Stellar Accord. Together, we worked to rebuild what the war had destroyed, spreading hope and unity across the galaxy. And though Lyra was no longer by my side, I knew she was with me, a part of me forever. For in her, I had found not just a companion, but a love that transcended life itself.